Omo kambia ditendoti, kanyoni yuati ditae.
Well, we are back on the show. Just as I've told you that last week was a great one, and there were a lot of advocacy by the party politicians about the state of the nation, which is of great importance for our militants to be informed. Well, first of all, we would like to inform you that the party campaign and organizing committee, they were on a countrywide tour to make sure that they have a lengthy discussion with the regional bureaus concerning the upcoming congresses which are going to commence by next month. Well, the campaign is led by the party National Administrative Secretary, 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏𝒏, together with the party National Campaign Manager, 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒄𝒏𝒆𝒍, and the party Deputy Organizing Secretary, Honorable Ibrahim Diba. Well, they were on a campaign, and the campaign has commenced at the capital city at Banjul with Chairman Mansan Dao, and they have also made their engagements at the KMC with Chairman Falan Sankor, and also with Chairman Yusufa Cham at the West Coast region. Well, they have a lengthy discussion concerning these congresses, that the Congress is going to start from the regional level down to the constituency level to the ward level. Then by December, then the National Congress is going to be held at Makati, CRR Nord. Well, we all know that the United Democratic Party held their congresses every 2 years. As I all the time said, UDP is a party like no any other, and it's the only political party which fulfills the requirements of the IEC, holding their congresses every 2 years. Well, there are political parties in this country, they don't held their congresses, and there are also parties which exist without having also political bureaus in all the regions of this country. There are political parties which only exist by name. That is why we all the time say that the IEC have to come up with a mechanism framework to make sure that they regulate all these things, to make sure that all political parties that exist, if they exist with taking the responsibility that they demand to take. Because if you are saying that you're a political party taking the responsibility that the citizens acquire service from, then definitely you have to be up to the task of taking that responsibility. But there are parties, they exist by name. Parties we don't have political regional bureaus. Parties with you know that they don't help congresses, or they help congresses with only just trying to make sure that they just play with the ethics of the electoral laws. So these are all that we all the time say that IEC have to consider. But with the United Democratic Party, our congresses are all the time, because we all know that UDP, they operate with structures. It's the only political party which is well structured from the grassroots politics, and their congresses starts from the grassroots, which is from the ward level down to the constituency level, then coming to the regional level, then to the national congress. So, and these are requirements which really should be done by all political parties, but it is not. So the IEC have to do their homework. Well, from there we are going to Banjul, where the Member of Parliament, Mamadou Lamine Ba, together with his constituency coordinating and planning committee under his leadership, made a courtesy call to the office of the Mayoress of Banjul, Rohey Malick Lowe. Well, during their meeting, Well, they have a lengthy discussion with the mayors concerning the better representation of the people of Banjul North and the way forward as part of their sustainable development plan for the people of the ward of Banjul North and beyond. Well, the Member of Parliament, Honorable 𝒕𝒉𝒊𝒏, has very important discussions together with the mayors of Banjul, with his committee at the office of the mayors at BCC. Well, the mayors of Banjul, Rahim Malik Low, acknowledged the initiative and assured them her support to their future activities which they are going to organize on their constituency. Well, he said that he has all 100% support of the coordinating and planning committee of Banjul North to make sure that he's going to do everything to make sure that all their initiative and activities will be a success. Well, this was really a great one, which was done by the Member of Parliament of Banjul North, Honorable 𝒕𝒉𝒊𝒏. He is one of the youngest MPs of the United Democratic Party, but he's really active on his responsibilities in Banjul North. Well, we will be back and make sure that we come with the advocacies of the party politicians, Honorable Ibrahim Diba and Honorable Modu Sabali. Well, we are back on the show. Once again, it's the podium. And in today's episode of the show, we have a lot of issues to share with you. As you all know, that we're broadcasting from the UDP Media Network. And our party politicians, there are so many issues that they advocated about the state of the nation, current issues about the state of the nation. Now we want to make sure that we share with you in this episode of the show. Well, first of all, we'd like to inform you that the party campaign organizing committee, they are on a countrywide tour on regional bureaus to make sure they discuss with the regional executive committees about the upcoming congresses, which is going to be held from the regional level down to the ward level to the National Congress. Well, this is very important. As I all the time told you, the UDP is the only party which fulfills the requirements of the IEC. We are going to make sure we make clarification on that. Well, we'll also go to Banjul, where the MP of Banjul North, 𝒕𝒉𝒊𝒏, has also made a courtesy call to the office of the mayors of Banjul. Well, the honorable member was with his coordinating and planning committee of his constituency. They made a courtesy call to talk with the mayor of Banjul. Well, they discussed so many issues of common concern. Well, we are going to make sure that we clarify on that. Well, Honorable Ibrahim Diba, the party deputy organizing secretary, was also advocating about the IOC secretariat in Banjul. He said that the secretariat are working on inefficiency and wastage of resources of the country. He said that they have to make sure that they close the office of the IOC Secretariat in Banjul. He said that the project of the Secretariat is a wastage of so many resources and is also a failed project. The project has already failed, and the government don't want to inform Gambians about the failure of the project. He was advocating about that. We will make sure that we clarify on that issue. Well, Honorable Ibrahim Diba was also advocating about the state of the nation, and he asked about one of the most outspoken former minister, Honorable Henry Gomez. He was asking about where is Henry, because he is doubt that in this state of the nation, how the country is, and nobody hear about Henry Gomez saying something about it. He doubted and asked, where is Henry? Well, we will make sure that we make clarification on that. Well, Babala Commando Mamadou Sabali was also advocating about a letter which was wrote by Dr. Bitey about from the health ministry, and this we will make sure that we make clarification on that. Well, we will also inform you about the party grassroots politics by our councillors in KMC. Well, Councillor Habib Sise and Councillor Karamo Sise were on some projects on their ward with their ward development committees. We will also make clarification on that in this episode of the show. Well, we'll go for a commercial break, and when we come back, then we will share with you all the issues that were advocated by the party politicians on the state of the nation this week. Well, Honorable Sabali has asked a very important question. He said that when they mean equally and paracetamol, which of the one did they mean? Whether they mean the cocktail of the two or not? He doubted. He said that certainly there are more than one brand and more importer of paracetamol, which of the one is suspected of making our children sick. He also asked. He said that one said that if the doctors found paracetamol, a common drug prescribed by almost all doctors in this country, in your example, what does relation really necessary means casualties, he asked. He said that really there are many things to be considered, and the health sector is sorely endangering the life of the children of the country, at the same time causing possible loss of revenue to players in the pharmaceutical market because of the slumpy publication, he said. Well, Honorable Sabali really gave a piece of advice to the Minister of Health and his ministry, and also really address the fault that were made by Dr. Bitey on his publication, which was made on September 7th. He said that really the health sector is very, very important to the country. But he has said it many, many times that the minister is not competent enough to move the sector. But when he said it, there were people who were attacking him on the newspaper, saying that he should not have said that. But now he said the proof of the pudding is in the eating. He said that they themselves has know that really the ministry is the worst office the Gambia has ever had. And the letter of the Director of Health, which is published, is really one of the worst, he said. Well, Honorable Sabali has also made another publication about the current state of the nation, about the affairs of the fuel problem, and he also addressed it as the business people who has taken over the government of the Barrow administration are manipulative, and they are the one who are causing all these problems. According to Honorable Sabali, he said that really these are the people who are really manipulating the government of the president. He said that he have said it many, many times that this quarrel government who are really corrupt in their dealings are really disturbing the administration of this country. And he said that if at all this is not regulated, this is something, a trend which is going to continue, he has said. Well, just as I told you that we are also going to make sure that the grassroots politics by our councillors is also going to be highlighted in this episode of the show. Well, Councillor 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏𝒆𝒍 has last week made a presentation cards amounting to 28,000 to 7 Nawetan teams within his ward, and each team has almost 4,000 for their registration. This geared towards promoting grassroots football and promoting youth and sport development. He said that in a similar vein, the Honorable Councillor also present second clothes to the flood victims within his ward. Well, the Councillor 𝒂𝒂𝒄𝒏 in his ward, together with his ward development committee, has made so many engagements last week, giving out clothes to the victims and also helping assisting the youths to make their registration on the Nawetan. And there were 7 teams with beneficiaries of 28,000, which was given out. Well, at Talinding, the councillor 𝒂𝒂𝒄𝒏 has also made a similar engagements together with his ward development committee, and they were together with one of the oldest teams, Juventus, which is a team which was existing since 1996 at Talinding, a well-known football team, and they were having an engagement with the Honorable Councillor, and he has really assisted them, and he also with his ward development committee has also given out clothes to the flood victims and so many other items at Talinding. Well, this is all that we have for you in this episode of the show, and we will come your way next week with more and more episodes to make sure that information dissemination will be something that we will all the time advocate for. Thank you for listening, and goodbye. Well, Babalo Commando Mamadou Lamine Sabali has also sent very strong message to the party WhatsApp groups, and he was saying that there were people who were calling him, telling him to advocate about issues on the state of the nation, and he wondered why, because of those were the people who were calling him to join the president during the presidential campaign, and he ignored them because he knows that this Barrow squirrel government, this Duma Kereng squirrel government cannot move this country forward. He said that he has been advocating for it, for them to know really what is on the ground and know that this government, they don't have the capacity to move this country. But he said that they don't understand, but he is somebody who is very truthful to Gambians, because whatever he said is something which they are going to see, which is to happen in the next 5 years. But he said that these people, they call him and said that why he don't keep advocating on issues. And he asked them whether they normally listen to what he used to advocate during those times of the campaign. They said that, because of bigotry and tribalism, they said that, he normally used to advocate these issues on Mandinkas only. And he said that no, it's not only on Mandinka. And he sent them the audios that he normally, made on the wall-of version of his audios. And they accepted and said, wow, we don't normally have this. He said that they accepted and said that, he have to keep on advocating on issues on the state of the nation. And he said that, but what really doubt him with, it is a great sense of disappointment and dismay and disbelief that the letter, which was a short, massive letter, which was wrote by Dr. Bitey. He said that in the publication, which was dated September 7th this year, on the outbreak of an acute kidney injury disease, he said that it has left the discerning public anguish because of its obvious technical and grammatical flaws. He said that on the letter there were so many grammatical errors, and he doubted when Bitey said, he said doctor, and the errors which were on the letter were too many, he said. I would not have reacted, but it is quite obvious that the public notice could actually cost Gambians millions of dollars in terms of loss of revenue and thousands of lives due to the misinformation contained in your very amateur and sloppy message, he said. Honorable Sabali said that the message is purely speculative, in that so-called research which was made referring to is unclear and inclusive. To quote from your publication, he said, as the investigation continues, we wish to inform you all that hand-washing should be encouraged. Honorable Sabali said that it is quite clear that their investigation regarding the matter is still on, but to further buttress this fact, their very first sentence relates with the ongoing investigation on the acute kidney injury breakout in the country. It is now concluded that the possible causes are E. coli and possible toxicity from syrup paracetamol, he said. This is really something which is doubted by many people. He said that has shocked many people and would not understand. So that their purpose of study on this matter is still ongoing, but yet still they have to make sure that they made conclusion. Well, we are back on the show, and this time around, we want to share with you all the advocacies which we have done by the party politicians during the week. As we have told you that it was a great week and there were a lot of advocacy. Well, first of all, we want to share with you Honorable 𝒂𝒂𝒏𝒏, the party deputy organizing secretary and former OIC desk officer at the consulate office in Jeddah, has called for the closing down of the OIC secretariat in Banjul. He said that the secretariat is operating on inefficiency and wastage of resources of the country. He also said that this project, which is the most talked about project, is expected to take place in the Gambia and this year at an unspecified time. He said that the government don't slate any time at the moment for the event, despite they are giving authorities an assurance to the authorities of the OIC that the event will be held in this country. Mr. Diba called for the closing down of the OIC Banjul Secretariat. He said that the authorities who are working at the Secretariat are wasting taxpayers' money on the office. They are buying expensive cars and they are also paying huge salaries to their staffs working on a failed project. He said that the OIC project has already failed, because if you could factor what is on the ground to make the OIC project to be possible, they have all failed. All the projects, they have all failed. The road projects are not ready, and also the hotels and all the accommodations and everything concerning what is going to make the OIC project a success is not really intact at the moment. He wondered why the government still keep an office for more than 6 years only to organize an event. He said that this is ridiculous. He said that the OIC will not take place in this country because of the government are not encouraging on their projects. And he said that they have to be truthful in their statement about the projects and inform Gambians and the white wall, the Islamic Ummah, that really this cannot be held this year in this country. He said that now is the appropriate time to make sure that they close the office and made a statement to make sure that the country will really know that the OIC project has failed. He said that if they don't do that, really, he said that the country will really protest on this issue against the government on the IEC project. Honorable Diba was very unhappy about how they are running the project. He also called for the sack of his former boss, Omar Jibril Salah, the ambassador at the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. He said that this guy is very manipulative. He cannot understand that he is still encouraging the government, and they still keep on the trend thinking that they can fool Gambians on this project. Well, he further said that despite the heavy criticisms that the government is receiving about the way the Barrow administrative is handling the plans of the OIC summit, the government is always insisting that the event will take place in this country. He really wondered why, and he said that this is really unacceptable. Well, Honorable 𝒂𝒂𝒏 has made another very important advocacy about the state of the nation. Honorable 𝒂𝒂𝒏 has asked about the whereabouts of the former youth minister and presidential advisor, Honorable Henry Gomez. In a publication on his on the WhatsApp groups of the party, he said that missing person alert. Mr. Diba expressed concern about the silence of Honorable Henry Gomez, who used to be very much outspoken. He said that in a political scene, Henry was the one who was all the time advocating issues about the state of the nation, saying that really they are not going to step down, but he wonders why he have to be truthful about the state of the nation, as the nation is sinking and the people are really upset, and the price of commodities are rising in a daily basis. He wonder why Henry is not advocating about these issues, and he keep on asking whether the former minister is okay. He asks whether Henry is in this country, whether he knows what is happening. He asks of Henry, where is Henry Gomez, to advocate about the issues of the state of the nation. And he come out. He said that he have to come out and speak to the nation, especially given the Gambian citizens, the circumstances of the Gambia, and what the citizens of the countries are facing after he played a key role in electing President Adama Barrow in office for the second time. Honorable Ibrahim Diba really wonders really why Henry Gomez is silent, and whether he is in the country or not. He said that really this guy is totally lost in the political scene, and he wonder why, because in this state of the nation and the condition that the citizens are really facing, the price are rising in a daily basis, and there is no job creation since they have their re-election. There is nothing done. So really he asks Henry to come out and speak.